You make your way into the tavern. The goblins drink nectar mead as they bicker with the elves. You choose to sit with the bard and the troll. This is what they have to say.
You got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Troll Bard Tavern. What's peeping, Doug?
Not much, man. What's up with you?
Just got off work.
Yeah. How was it?
Oh, it was fine. Day went by very quick.
That's all you can hope for, man.
Yeah, it was good.
But I see you got some swag from work.
Kind of swag.
Oh, you know it's swag. You brought home like a whole bag of goodies.
Yeah, I have quite a few bards this week.
Yeah? That's
Yeah.
awesome. I have quite a few trolls this week.
Yeah, I was just gifted another PS2 and a bunch of games. And I'm not going to say what I traded for it. Fair trade, in my opinion.
Yeah, sure.
I traded a PS4 for it.
Did you really?
Yeah. And some games. But, yeah, worth it.
I mean, if it's fair to you, and it's fair to the other guy.
Oh, it's fair to me, yeah.
Yeah. Were you even playing the PS4 at this point?
No.
Huh?
No. I don't touch that thing if I have a computer rolling, you know?
I feel you, yeah.
There's not a lot of PS4 exclusive games that, you know, I'm not into.
Oh, dude, my Xbox One was just sitting in my closet for years.
Yeah.
After I got my PC, like, slightly upgraded.
Yeah.
Because it was just like...
Did you get that back, by the way?
No, your brother still has it.
Okay.
I'm not super worried about it. Again.
Yeah, that's like how I feel.
It's just going to go back in my closet if I want it back.
Yeah. I'm probably going to put more time in this PS2.
Yeah. The nostalgia, man.
Oh, yeah. On the old CRT TV, ready to go.
Oh, man, you're going to need a vacuum for all this dirt you got going in your room right now.
It's just flowing in.
Just the 90s and like 2000s just creeping in slowly.
Yeah, and I got a couple gifts this week.
Yeah?
Pretty sweet. Somebody tried to give me a DS Lite with Pokemon Mystery, Sky Explorer, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to give him some money for that. Cause
Yeah.
I think the game alone's going for around $100 right now. So I was like, yeah, I got to give you something, you know.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so he tried to gift it to me.
Oh,
Shout out to Josh. He was my troll a couple weeks ago. He might be my bard this week. I'm still thinking about it.
He's made a redemption story.
Yeah. So what you been playing?
Oh, dude, I have just been so deep into Pokemon Revolution Online.
Oh yeah.
I got my old account from 2015.
Dang.
Yeah. It I think that's when the game actually dropped. I didn't get to play in the beta, but soon after it released is when I started playing.
Dang, I thought my account was old.
Yeah, I tried to get a bunch of people like in on it, and I got a couple people, but they didn't really stay. And yeah, I hopped in last week, and I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I didn't even get that far, honestly. I only had like maybe 8 hours into the game, because like I got all this hype, I got all these people, and then just
Died down.
it died down. Yeah.
I didn't make mine till 2019. My account.
Yeah, it but jumping into that, man, I was like, okay, I'm starting to remember this game. But I didn't have like any idea what I was doing. I'm just like looking, and I'm like, dude, all my Pokemon are trash. Like, what happened here? Like, what was I even thinking? I have like 7 Pidgeys in the bank. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing with 7 Pidgeys, guys?
What are you doing? Trying to find your best one.
Yeah. A big thing with that game is in the regular Pokemon games for like the handhelds and the consoles and stuff, the best way to get top tier Pokemon is breeding. It's like the easiest way. And it's just like putting your Pokemon in with a Ditto or whatever, and you just keep getting eggs, and then you just run around and hatch the eggs, and then you check their stats. If they're trash, you release them. And it's a lot easier than going out and trying to find the specific Pokemon and then like wasting Pokeballs to catch them. In this game, however, they got rid of breeding entirely. So the only way to get good Pokemon is to go out and catch good Pokemon. And it also keeps the game a little bit more fair. Like, rare Pokemon are still rare. It's not like somebody got one rare Pokemon and then bred him like 1,000 times and then just gave it to everybody.
Yeah.
So like it really forces you to actually like go out and not only hunt down these Pokemon but also trade with people. To where if someone gets a good Pokemon, I've seen them go for up to 10 mil Pokemon dollars for like a shiny Pokemon with the right ability, nature, and like really high IVs. And like they're just like, yeah, I'm not taking anything less than 10 mil for this.
Yeah, you gave me a little rundown yesterday. I'm glad you helped me figure out where I was at.
Oh, dude.
I was also lost. It's been like 4 years.
Yeah,
since
yeah.
I logged in.
I mean, it's if you've played Red, Blue, and Yellow, you can pretty much figure it out because you're in Kanto just like I am. So like if you've played those games, you know like the general layout and the gym leaders and blah blah blah. But Pokemon Revolution also added in a bunch of its own stuff. So it added in like extra little stories and side quests and areas and stuff for events. There's new islands. They've added in dungeons and you know, guild activities, group activities.
And it's online.
It's online. It's a Pokemon 2D MMO that's 100% free. And I think the only thing you can really spend money on is cosmetics. Like,
that's awesome.
I haven't found maybe you can buy dollars, like the Pokemon dollars, but like even that's not a super big deal.
Because you can just grind that throughout the game.
Yeah, and all you can really spend the money on is like items and trading Pokemon, like buying Pokemon. And that's it.
Starting a guild.
Yeah, which is
400,000, right?
400,000 and 100 hours on your account. And
Ooh.
A person can start their own guild.
Are we doing it?
Yeah, I mean that's my goal.
Let's do it.
I've got over 20 hours already, and I've got around 60,000 Pokemon dollars. So.
Okay, I think I got like 20,000.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it as like, all right, I'm just gonna keep playing through the game because like this game is hard and it's gonna be very tedious until you get Fly.
Dude, I'm in it. Like I was thinking about it today. I was like, all right, I got my PC game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know what I'm playing on PC. I know what I'm playing on the Vita. I know what I'm playing on my, so and so.
Yeah.
And for PC, it's gonna be Pokemon.
Yeah, and the great thing is, I mean, I've got it on my PC, I've got it on my Retroid, and I've got it on my phone, and I can log in pretty much anywhere I want.
Yeah,
and
boy.
it's a quick download. You just go to their website,
join the gold server.
Yes. If you want to possibly play with us, which I'm down to play with people, we're on the gold server. And we started in the Kanto region. And I can't remember if you can actually pick your starting area. But if you can, pick Kanto. The game is just, it's super fun. It's a lot of just nostalgia and throwbacks.
Tell me again about those guys standing on the deck. Their names were in orange.
Oh, yes. I can't remember the city now, but
like,
it's
east. Is it Eastern?
East
in Kanto.
Eastern. Yeah. There's where you fought the third gym leader, Lieutenant Surge, right? And there's the boat.
Yeah.
There's all these guys where you go down to get on the SS Anne. and like it's part of the story. You fight through like all the people on the boat and blah blah blah. And as you're walking down the dock, it's just lined with different sailors you can talk to, and all of them take you to a different region. Some of them are just for like special events, like they do a lot of holiday events. Like we just had the Valentine's Day event. I didn't get to play on, but you need certain requirements to do all these things. But some will take you to the dungeon area. Some will take you to
You said it's like all end game pretty much.
Yeah,
for the most part.
The end game is like PvP guilds and dungeons and all the big sort of like you have to get involved with other players. Like you can play through the story 100%. You can get, I think right now they're up to 32 badges. So that's Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh regions. So if you're going by the Game Boy games, that's the red and blue, gold and silver, ruby and sapphire, black and white, maybe?
Sounds right. Sounds
Yeah,
about right.
yeah. That might be it.
So you pretty much played most of those.
I have
growing up.
played most of them. Other than the most recent ones that came out on Switch, I've played at least one game from every generation. So now I've got Shield, and then I've got to go buy Scarlet or Violet and play through those.
You need a Switch Lite, my dude.
I need a Switch
You're
Lite so I can
thinking
get it on
about
the
it?
go. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to take the Switch from my kids because we bought that as like a family console so we
Yeah.
could all play together. And I don't want to be like, all right,
It's time for Poppy to get his own.
yeah, I'm going to go fiend with some dudes. And I just take like the console and then just leave them with my wife and just like, good luck.
They'll be on your PC.
Oh, yeah. They already are, man.
Yeah.
My oldest is loving it. It's all new to him because I've got like an Xbox controller plugged in to my computer. It's like a rock candy. It's like a
So he's learning
knockoff.
how to use the mouse and pretty
Yeah,
much everything.
he's got to learn how to use the mouse, the keyboard, and like
I was
an
teaching
Xbox
Ava the
controller.
other day, and she could remember how to spell stuff. Like
Yeah,
first time typing, just like memorized it.
yeah. John can spell. I know he can spell, but well, I shouldn't say he's not used to using a computer. They have a computer at school, a whole computer class, and he does have a laptop. So he's getting used to typing, but he's still just, it's new to him.
Yeah. Trying to get all my nephews on the PC. So much to learn, you know.
Yeah. It's a big learning curve. I still don't know that much about him, but speaking of, I just downloaded Pokemon Revolution for John and Joe
Oh, really?
on their little laptops.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they're like, "Oh, we want to play Pokemon." I was like, "I can download it if you want." And they're like,
Oh,
"What?"
did they make accounts?
Not yet.
They're probably
Yeah,
pumped.
their computers were so like they needed updated hard. So like I started it and I came over here.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the tomorrow thing is to start them accounts. And
And then
then,
take their Poké dollars so we can make a guild.
oh my gosh, I can imagine they're gonna like just be catching random Pokemon and they're gonna find like just like a top tier Pokemon with like
And you're going to be like, hey, let me get that.
perfect everything, and I'll be like, please, boys, I will buy you candy bars. Give me that thing. Yeah, because otherwise they're just gonna treat it like every other Pokemon because they don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, dude, to get like top level Pokemon, it's a hassle, it's a grind, and like
It's worth it, though. Like,
yeah. If you want to compete at the highest level, which is pretty much all endgame content is going to be, is high level PvP, and then the dungeons, you need a top tier team. Like, you need to find good Pokemon with good movesets, good natures, good abilities, and really as high of IVs as you can get. And then you need to fucking train their EVs to like the exact thing it needs to be. Like very precise.
I am pumped to start leveling again. Like, I got my guy on track. I got a goal. And I just got to get on a grind now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to go through all those trainers, man. It's the best way.
I'll be on tonight.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll probably be on. Got some work to do.
Yeah, I'm making it through another cave.
Unless I get sucked away in Child of Light on the Vita. Have you ever played it?
No, what is that?
So good, dude. It's made by Ubisoft. I think it was made by a small team or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know, maybe they connected with Ubisoft. But it's a side scroller. Basically, you are this chick and you go into a dream and you have to like save the kingdom. And it's very fantasy. The music is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
I've spent more time listening to the soundtrack than I had been like playing the game. And this came out probably, I want to say like 5 years ago already. It's been 5 years. And they just killed it. It's turn-based, but there's some tricks to it.
Yeah.
So you have like just imagine like a bar, and then it's got your picture and your enemy's picture, and the picture will travel down the bar, and whichever one gets to the end first gets to attack first.
Okay.
And when you attack, you interrupt them. And so you have this wisp that follows you, and you can control it with your mouse, or I'm playing on the Vita, so I can do it with my finger, which is sweet.
Yeah.
And you can like blind your enemies and slow their loading their little character thing down, so that you get to the end, you get to either cast your spell or attack first. And I just got the healer. I just started playing again. I picked up the healer. He's like a jester.
Yeah.
And so it's me, him, and then I have like a little wisp that...
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and you can... it's really interesting. They did a great job. It's like pretty unique. I think that's why I'm into it.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't play a lot of side scrollers, you know.
Yeah. I'll have to look up some gameplay because I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it.
Child of Light.
Yeah.
Child of Light. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think I have it on Steam. Yeah.
Speaking of, is it 2D or is it 3D?
It's 2D.
It's 2D. Great.
But it's like a watercolor painting type of art, and it's just like very fantasy, and it's sweet.
That sounds cool. Did you hear about Riot's new game? Another new game?
I did not.
Yeah, it's called The Mage Seeker, a League of Legends story, and it's a 2D pixel RPG.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh snap!
The main character is Silas, who I don't know, but I'm sure you know.
Yeah, he's got like these chains, carries around chains or something.
The trailer is him in prison, and he breaks out of prison, and he like catches like a little like a white pixel. Like he's in 3D, and this little like 2D pixel floats down, and he like catches it, and he like breaks out of prison, and it sounds awesome.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I haven't seen any actual gameplay yet. I just saw the trailer. They like pretty much just announced it.
Jeez.
But yeah, it's gonna be out on all platforms. Like Riot's,
their lore is that good, I guess.
Yeah, but they can just pick a character and make a whole game about that character.
Yeah, or their TV show just and crush. Like it's so good.
They're just branching out into everything. They're like, yeah, let's make a 2D RPG.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Is there any date on that?
No. It was just the trailer, just the announcement. Like, it was like a 2-minute trailer.
Dude, they're putting time into their MMO. They they drop like the smallest thing once a year on it. Like, that's how it's been.
Yeah, I'll play that too. Because, like, again, I know it's going to be free.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm
That's
all
right,
behind.
games all day free.
I'm all behind Riot stuff. It's always good. It's always well written. The art or the graphics are always great.
They have a first-person shooter that's just
Mm-hmm.
Crazy to see League turn into
Yeah,
so many things. I think they have different characters for Valorant. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have like a Mundo running around with a machine gun.
That would be awesome too, honestly. But yeah, Diablo 4 too.
So pumped, dude.
It looks so good.
I don't know what to do this year.
Yeah.
Freaking out, man.
It's too many choices. Yeah, dude. If anybody hasn't seen it, go look at the trailer. If you play Diablo 2, they're taking so much inspiration from like the old, like grim, dark, gritty kind of like aesthetic that Diablo 2 had, but applying it to a little bit better than Diablo 3 graphics.
Yeah.
And I love that because for me, Diablo 3 was just really bright and colorful and flashy and showy.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I just remember Diablo 2, like the flashiest thing was like the mage shooting out like little tiny firebolts, like pew,
Yeah.
pew, or like summoning like little lava snakes and
Yeah.
stuff. It wasn't like this super high power, high fantasy superhero-esque game.
All
It
the
was
colors
like,
were dark.
yeah,
Dark
yeah.
green, dark purple.
It was just some like average dudes with like above average powers fighting like supernatural demons, and just
So they're bringing back the grittiness and
yeah, because I wasn't as big a fan as Diablo 3 for a lot of reasons, but mainly just looking at it, man, it didn't feel like a Diablo game.
yeah.
It was just
Diablo 3 was weird for me. When it came out, we grinded it hard. Like got the max level super fast.
yeah.
And there just wasn't a lot of, there was like no end game content. There was no unique character customization. There was no PvP for years. I don't even know if they even ever came out with PvP.
Really?
Yeah. And then like after years they just dropped this thing where they just drop you and another person in a room, and
Oh, that's
that's what they released after a long time. It was
no.
very disappointing.
No,
But
I think you should have didn't Diablo 2 have like PvP worlds?
you'd start a room and
You start a room.
yeah, and then you would have to you basically like flag people in that room, and you can become hostile with them.
Yeah.
And then you just step out and fight.
Yeah,
Which still, that was way more fun than
yeah,
what they tried to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Because instead of like being in a room, you were like, it was the whole map. Like you could have like ran ahead.
Yeah.
And, like, hid
Oh yeah.
somewhere.
There's tons of like teleporting around and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I think what they should do is maybe kind of take some inspiration from World of Warcraft, where you had PvP worlds, where it's just like it's 100% PvP. Like there's no real safe zones.
Dude, and this is the first open world Diablo, which is like kind of makes it like an MMO.
Yeah.
That's what I thought this was going to be like, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
what would happen.
Yeah, because that and Path of Exile is another like top-down dungeon crawler kind of thing.
Open world, yeah.
Yeah. It was a little bit instance-based, because you weren't seeing people running around all over the place, like in towns.
Oh, that is right. Yeah, whenever you would leave town.
Yeah, like
And
if you were part of a party.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Same thing with like Guild Wars. Like you'd see all the dudes in town, but you wouldn't see all the dudes like running around in your area. And that was a big step up to Guild Wars 2, is it's just 100% open world, like World of Warcraft.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's just, you see everybody everywhere doing everything.
So is that what D4 is going to be like?
I hope so. That would make it better. That'd make PvP worlds a thing.
Oh, well, that would definitely make it better if they could do it.
Yeah, yeah. Even if it was just like...
Because I know that whenever like a world monster spawns, like they said something like you could join it. Like it'll pop up and you can click join.
Yeah. And you can't just like, you can't do that instance based because that would be ridiculous. Because then what's going to happen? You leave your instance to go to somebody else's instance. Like what happens to yours? Right? Do they just save all of the enemies you killed, or does it reset and you just get...
We're gonna find out. It looks so good.
Yeah, yeah. The world bosses look cool.
Oh, they looked amazing.
Yeah.
I'm surprised at how good it looks after the failure of D3.
Yeah, it just looks like... It looks a little bit darker, actually, than Diablo 2.
Darker
like
than
a little bit,
D2?
A little bit grayer, I should say. Maybe not like dark, but it's definitely like more gray.
The amount of character customization in the game is crazy. There's like 3 different sections that all customize your one character.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. It's not just like
1 page, like 3 pages to choose from.
Yeah.
But you have that, plus there's other things that you collect and grind for. And dude, that's gonna make it interesting.
Yeah, they're finally like stepping up. Like Diablo 2 was just like you're the character. Diablo 3 is like you're the male or female of that character. And now it's like, oh, you can finally like choose your own character.
Yeah.
Like you can give him hair.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna take a long time before people start like, I don't want to say exploring the game, but finding the best builds and releasing them, which we're going to get on that right away and be trying out completely new stuff. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, because bringing back huge talent trees, it is harder to find the meta, and the meta is bigger. It's not just like you do this very specific thing to make like, the top tier rogue. Like you have to get these and put this many points into here, right? If you want to top out on DPS. With big talent trees, you can still do just fine with like different things or like a sub-op. There's still going to be like a best. Like eventually people are going to find out like a number one. But like in the beginning...
With how much there is going on in this game, though, it's more than I've seen in any game. As far as changing what your character can do, it's definitely going to take a while.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm hyped for that because like I've never really looked at the metas anyway. There's a whole meta on Pokemon of just like don't use like there's like a line, and it's like you don't use any Pokemon below this line. For like PvP, like there's no point. You only use these like top 10 percentile or whatever dudes. But there's I'll have to look him up. But there's a dude who I think I showed him to you. He plays Pokemon on some kind of just PvP third party thing that Nintendo doesn't own. And he just does really weird... Oh, here it is. It's, on YouTube. It's Temp6T. And all he does is he battles with these really, really weird Pokemon. Everyone else is using, like, superpower legendaries and, like, the highest percentile Pokemon, whatever. And he's just picking these really weird Pokemon with these really weird movesets, and he's janking out wins.
Really?
Yeah. Like, he's turbo stalled people, where he's just, like, blocking attacks, and then just, like, healing a little bit, and he'll take a little damage, and he'll block attack. And he just, like, starts inching out a win. Like, their health just keeps getting a little bit lower than his is getting a little bit lower. And people are just, like, he posts all the comments, and... His whole goal is to get as much salt as he can out of these dudes. And they're all just like, oh, you're cheating, like your team's trash, and he just like stomps them with like 2 Pokemon. Like knocking out legendary, a full 6 team.
Oh dude, I gotta check him out.
You should. Yeah. Again, it's Temp6T on YouTube, and that's pretty much all the dude does. Is just like just salty Pokemon battling videos. I've been watching them.
What's he playing on? You said it's third party.
Yeah, I don't know what the actual thing is. It's probably somewhere in his description, which I might be able to find out. But it's just a battling site. You go in, you pick your Pokemon. There's no training or anything. It's just PvP.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if there's something you
straight to it.
Yeah. I don't know if it's in his Pokemon Showdown. Yes, Pokemon Showdown. Okay, that might be it.
So you just throw down.
Yeah, it's just a PvP battling site, and yeah, 100%. He just trolls people with really janky movesets and combinations and stuff like that. That is against the meta. It's anti-meta. Like, all these people are like net decking their Pokemon, and he's just like, no, I'm just gonna get weird with it. And he wrecks.
And he just does it for the rage.
Oh yeah, 100%. But he's hilarious. I watch him all the time.
So it's safe to say your game of the week is Pokemon Revolution Online.
It is. It's the one I've played the most, and it's the one I've been researching the most, because I've had to catch up, because I can't look at, like, I use Bulbapedia, which is the Wikipedia for Pokemon, and that stuff is probably the most accurate for Pokemon Revolution Online, but it's not 100%, because it's pulling from the later generations that Pokemon Revolution doesn't have yet. So it's hit or miss, but researching that, relearning, the Ivies and the Natures and all these different Pokemon, and then, just relearning what type matchups. I got the basic ones, but like, I had to look up what fairy Pokemon were weak against, and
Dang, you didn't know?
No, of course not, man. I don't know fairy types. They changed a lot of like the normal Pokemon to like fairy types, so now like Clefairy and Clefable and like Jigglypuff, all these Gen 1 Pokemon are no longer normal types. Now they're fairy types.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's some changes happening. So like now
it's for the better though.
Oh yeah. It definitely fits, especially Clefairy better. That it's a fairy type. 100%.
I want to play.
Yeah. It's great. And everybody should be playing. If you just want to throw back some nostalgia, just some 2D Pokemon, it's great. It's free. It's 100% free. Get it on anything. Mac, Windows,
Android,
iPhone. Like, just get it. What's gonna hurt? It's a free account. Play.
Join the gold server.
Join the gold server. Kanto. I'll add you.
Add dog lock.
Add the dog lock. That's
Add
right.
Cope Troll.
And Cope Troll. We're both trash, but we'll be friends with you. We'll duel you.
We're gonna have the Troll Bar Tavern Guild roll in.
Yeah. Get that all set up. And yeah, get some trolls and some bards, and I don't know. Get into some top tier guilds.
Dude, I don't even know what my game of the week is.
Yeah, you just been hopping around all over the place.
Yeah, just haven't done enough gaming. Played a little bit of everything. But I'm going to go with Child of Light. Because that probably is what I played the most. Like I said, once I started playing, I was pretty sucked in.
Yeah, or at least you listened to the most.
Yeah, I've been listening to that soundtrack for a while now. It's so good.
You know what game I've been watching and I'm heavily considering buying.
Is it Harry Potter?
It is not Harry Potter. I don't give two flips of a flap about Harry Potter.
It's a Hogwarts Legacy, dude.
Yeah. I thought about buying it for Tara, my wife, just because, like, she loves Hogwarts or Harry Potter. And she was like, oh, I wouldn't want to play that because, like, she's very much against it. Like, if it's not 100% lore accurate to the books, she doesn't like it. Like, she doesn't even really like watching the movies because they change so much.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
she reads a lot.
Yeah, that was like the first book series she really got into. She still has all the books, and if she had the time, I'm sure she'd read them all again. But she's like, I don't want to play a video game about it. She's like, because again, she was thinking, oh, they made the movies into a video game. And she's like, I'm not
You're like,
about
are you
that.
sure?
Yeah. And I'm like, no. It doesn't have anything to do with the movies. Because it's set in the 1800s. So it's like everybody's grandpas and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like way before all that.
Well, what is this game you were talking about?
It's called Timberborn. And what it is it's a like town building survival game. So you got to manage resources and like make sure you have enough food and water and blah blah blah. But the kicker is it's post-apocalyptic beavers.
Oh, snap.
So you play as like beavers, and I think it's called Lumberpunk, where everything is made out of wood. And so you're making like gears and machinery, but it's all made of wood and logs. And the whole idea is like the game changes from rainy seasons to droughts. And so you've got to build dams to stock up water. Because when the drought comes and you run out of water, your beavers will like die of thirst. So it's a lot of literally building wooden dams using little beavers. And then also you're like building them houses and like complicated mills and machineries and like sawmills.
What are you playing this on?
It's on PC.
Oh, nice.
It's like $30. It's been out for a couple years, but I just started seeing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
It looks
That's
super
funny.
fun. I love the town building games like Sims and geez, I played Age of Empires. And, like, I was never good at PvP, but I just like building the towns. Like, all little structures and, like, upgrading to, like, the next level of technology and stuff.
Yeah, if I ever take another whack at Age of Empires 2, which I'm going to, I just don't know when, I'm really going to study the hotkeys and try to learn them, because last time I did it, I just didn't memorize them all. And
you're just using the mouse to like click on everything? Pretty
much, yeah. There's a lot of hotkeys that can benefit you. And I just want to be the best I possibly could do, you know, if I'm going to start playing again.
Yeah. Don't like Sean and Josiah and stuff play them or something?
I think they still play, yeah.
Yeah.
We got to get a big battle going. It'd be fun.
That would be fun. I'm terrible at that game. I like building.
See, here's the thing. This is what's going to happen, though. If I don't study, Josiah's just going to beat everybody.
Oh, yeah. Sean's probably pretty good at that. I don't know. I haven't gamed with Sean.
I gamed a little bit with Sean.
Yeah? Did
Yeah.
you? Good. But yeah, man, that's...
Yeah, that's just Josiah for you, though. Seriously, like,
know.
if you don't team up...
You might be able to beat him, man. You start studying, because he's been doing the jiu-jitsu stuff.
He didn't forget. He doesn't forget that.
Oh, sure. I'm sure it's like muscle memory. Maybe you could play like a different like Age of Empires like 3 or something, and he just
try
like
to throw him off.
Yeah. Isn't 4 out? Didn't 4 come out?
Yeah, Isaiah was talking about that. He wants to play.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Maybe we should get that.
Yeah, I think I have 2 on my PC.
The definitive edition.
Yeah, the real fancy one because it was on sale.
It's a good game.
Yeah, if you look at my Steam account, I have a lot of like the the awesome Game of the Year definitive editions, and it's just because like the game was 12 years old and it was on sale for like $6, and I was like, that's mine. And I got all the DLC and like the soundtrack and the art, and
Ooh.
yeah, it looks fancy.
45 minutes played.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. Oh, I got one more thing. What was I? Oh, the new oh, where's my notes? Mongoose Publishing, which I'm finding I like more and more. Like, I still love Paizo, but like Mongoose is like slowly creeping into that number 2 spot for me. They just released a brand new like tabletop RPG, and it's called Shield Maidens. And you play the Daughters of Freya, which are some Viking god. I'm not sure which god she is. But it's a Viking cyberpunk mashup. And it just came out, and you just like, you get your shields and your axes, and you just like go through. It's these like shield maidens, like battle women,
Oh,
and
snap.
just cyberpunk and the Viking aesthetic mixed together. So they've got like energy shields and like laser weapons, and also just like the tattoos and the braids and like the fur armor and stuff. And yeah, so far it's got 2 books, a dice set, a GM screen, and a soundtrack. And that's all you can buy on their store, but it's like brand new. And I've been pretty excited just seeing that, because it's like 2 of my favorite things, which is Viking and cyberpunk just kind of mashed together. But I think you have to play as a girl, which isn't a big deal. It's just
You must.
I don't think I'd be good at playing girls.
Wonder if they have that at Bell's. You could just go get it.
They might. I know it's on the Mongoose publishing website, but
Shout out to Bell's in Grove City.
yeah. If you're anywhere near Grove City, PA, go to Bell's. It's just a gaming store. They have
It's very big.
everything you can think of, all the way from like Warhammer to Pokemon cards. Like, they got baseball cards too.
Oh yeah, they even have sports cards. I was telling some guys that worked that the other day, because they were talking about cards.
Yeah.
I'm like, what kind of cards are you guys buying? Baseball, basketball. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I gotta go to Bell's.
Yeah, they got. It's probably their smallest section. Is
And
like
it's
their
still
sports.
big.
Yeah, it's still a couple cases
It's decent, yeah.
of stuff. But yeah, the Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh! They've got like all the weird stuff, like the Dragon Ball Z cards and the My Hero Academia cards, the Naruto cards. Tons of comics too, plushies and collectibles. Yeah, dude just kind of has everything covered. And he's got like really nice wargaming tables for like the Warhammer, with like the terrain and everything cut out of foam
Yeah.
and plastic.
Yeah, man, he went all out.
It's
He really
sick.
does.
Sick.
He's always throwing tournaments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you get on their Facebook, they've always got like a big list of what's going on that month, and like pretty much every day has some kind of event. I want to take the boys to, I think like one Sunday a month, they have a hey, like, come learn how to play Pokemon. And he like pays someone to come in and just kind of like teach everybody who shows up how to play Pokemon. Like,
Interesting.
lets you borrow a deck, or maybe you have to buy a deck. I'm not sure, but
Dude, we've been going there since we were like 17, 18.
yeah,
right?
yeah. Since we got a car and a license,
Yeah.
like, get up there. That's just been our spot. Like, if we're gonna go to a card shop, we usually go there.
Yeah, he's been going for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea when it opened.
Oh, no idea, but probably before we were going to. Definitely before.
Us me getting magic decks together, throw down.
I have started slapping together cards into that commander deck, but I have not gotten very far into it because I've been just playing too much Pokemon. But yeah, I just kind of got like some big staple cards. Like, oh, this is good for like artifacts. Like, this is good for like sacrificing and like bringing stuff back, reanimating. Just kind of grabbing all that stuff, just grabbing the good stuff and putting it together. That way I can like kind of lay it out and look at it. But no.
That's alright, I don't have a commander deck together either. And I need one.
Yeah. I need to get a good 60 card. And a good commander card. Not even a good, but just a commander deck together. I gotta sit down and do that.
Yeah, I haven't played in a couple weeks. I was supposed to play this past weekend, but it didn't go down. I need to get on that.
Yeah, we get commander decks together. We can go to that tattoo parlor, chill with them. I think that's Sunday evenings.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it this Sunday.
Oh, all right. Let's get the deck together. And yeah, Isaiah invited us.
Oh yeah, Saturday.
For another Saturday. I still got to see if I can make it. Because now that I know it's going to be like an all day thing, it's like, let's see.
It might not be.
It might not be. That's true. Now that everyone's kind of getting used to it, it might go a little quicker.
I'm down. We're coming, Isaiah.
Yeah.
I'll be outside your house beeping the horn.
Show up with like the big like the Gatorade jugs they have at like sporting events and stuff.
Yeah.
Just like ready. Yeah, just dumping it into like little cups. Get the headband and the wristbands and little shorts and start stretching out before we like throw down some risk.
Oh. Yes, I am down for that.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else is new? I've still been contemplating the Hogwarts Legacy, buying it, but we'll see. I'm still thinking. I have too many games right now.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of games I could be playing on PC. I was thinking about going back to WoW. I've been dabbling in ARAMs on League. You saw that?
Yes, I walked in on you doing that.
Yeah. Walked right in on me.
Didn't even knock.
He just screamed, "Troll!"
Could have been doing anything. He's sitting there playing ARAMs.
But what else? Yeah, thought about Harry Potter, but now I decided when I'm on my PC, I'm going to be playing Pokemon Revolution Online.
Ooh, that's a big commitment, dude.
It's just...
Because you just got a new PC, like all pimped out, and you're going to be playing like a 2D.
Oh yeah, I want to give a shout out to J-Dead, by the way.
Yeah?
He gifted me... People have been gifted to me lately. He gave me a sweet NVIDIA graphics card. I don't even know the number on it. Ooh. Honestly, it's up there.
It's like,
I looked up the price.
It's like so high. Like
it's like 900,000. I looked up the price for it. It's a decent card. I want to give a shout out to J-Dead, aka J-Dead_J-Dead.
J-Dead_J-Dead.
AKA
Dead
Assassin.
No caps, no spaces.
Also known as
AKA
a lot of screen names going down. Jake Weezar. AKA Wheezy
Jay Wheezy.
Jay Wheezy.
The man of 1,000 names.
Cause yeah, computer's running nice. You just boot up a game and everything's already on ultra, and it's like, yeah, we're ready to roll.
Yeah, not even sweating it.
Yeah, I'm used to I'm used to it starting off on like high, and then I would turn it down. But I could just leave whichever I tried. Like I tried Skyrim, and yeah, ultra looks great. Can't wait to try out mods. to make the graphics even better, you know.
Yeah. Get Vortex. It's like the best.
I know it's a process. That's why
it's a big process.
I'm not rushing to it.
No, because what you're doing is you're finding the mods, because Vortex, you go to the Vortex site and you've got to download it through the launcher. You get all those downloaded, and then you've got to figure out the loadout order.
Yeah.
That way it runs as smoothly as possible. And as soon as you add another one in, it could go anywhere in that loadout order, depending. I know there's like a system to it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to follow a guide.
Yeah, you can find people's lists, and they have it like ordered in the way it should appear. So if you just if you're watching gameplay and you're like, that's what I want my Skyrim to look like, you can usually find like their loadout, like a link to their list. Because, I mean, that game's super moddable. Still getting mods to this day. It's over 10 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was pumped to hear about people already modding Hogwarts Legacy and adding stuff. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
People are probably just going to make their own Quidditch, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I've already seen the character skins. Just like Mario and Sonic, just like running around casting spells. I've seen the gun wand, where like instead of a wand you just have like a Glock and you just like shoot and it like changes the sound effects.
Oh really?
Yeah, so you like flick your wand and it's just like pow 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 and you're just like dudes are getting hit by bullets.
I saw someone complaining on Reddit. They were like, I'm literally as white as Voldemort in real life and I can't make myself in this game. And the modders were like, we got you. And they did it.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. Shout out to Reddit for just being random.
Yeah, man. So I had this question, right, kicking around in my head.
Lay it on me.
Yeah. So let's say you boot up a new game, right? It really doesn't matter, but they've got a bunch of classes in there. And you can pick whatever class. What's your go-to class when you just you start a new game? You know nothing about it other than maybe some trailers and some gameplay.
Dude, I always go with some sort of elf. Dark elf, night elf.
Okay.
High elf.
Yeah.
And you know me, I usually pick a caster of sorts.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's always been my go-to. Some kind of mage. But I don't know, man. After last time I played Classic, I got really into rogues, and that's really grabbed my attention.
Yeah. So you'd say probably just
some elvish,
if you had to pick
wise
one,
wizard of sorts.
Elf wizard. It's a solid choice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's even my old D&D character. I think that was my first character.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I've noticed you start off with a caster, and then after that
I pick up melee.
Yeah, you pick up a barbarian or just a warrior tank, whatever. You just you kind of flip for both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Those are the main two I always see you playing is either just a heavy sword and board boy, or just little tricky caster, just throwing fireballs.
Now in League, I started off only melee.
Mm-hmm.
I did not really play casters until I got into Morgana, and
oh yeah, I remember that.
I played her religiously.
Yeah,
I played.
That was your go-to.
Too many characters religiously. It was every game Jax for months.
Yes.
Possibly even years. I'd say probably, I don't know, a solid year for some characters.
Mm-hmm.
Tryndamere. When I played Tryndamere, that's all I did.
Mm-hmm.
Was just do my best at him.
Yeah, man. You definitely have that the discipline and the devotion where you're just I'm just gonna be this dude till I absolutely hate him, or you find somebody better.
Yeah, now I don't touch Tryndamere. But
you just tired of him, or
no, I just don't. Well, I just play ARAMs, and he just doesn't. He's not the best in ARAMs. I'll still play Jax in ARAMs.
He's not the best.
He's not the best, dude. Dude, my top characters in ARAMs are Nadali. Remember Nadali? She turns into a tiger.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Throws
She's
the
a jungle
spears.
chick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
throw the spears, and that's really good in that
Yes.
single lane, you know.
Oh, yeah, because it's just...
Heimerdinger dominates. I actually want to put Malzahar up top. Malzahar is probably my favorite because his dot, how it spreads to enemies whenever the enemy dies.
Mhm.
So you could throw it on a minion, poke the minion down. Once that minion dies, his dot as in damage over time spell.
Okay.
And it just goes to the next minion, and then it'll go to like an enemy. Or you could just throw it on them. But
Which one's Malzahar?
he throws up a wall that silences. That's huge.
What's he look like?
He's a purple mage, and he's got the purple bugs crawling around following him, and they attack for him. He's just very strong in ARAMs. So yeah, him, Nadali, Heimerdinger, Shaco are like, those are my top 4 in ARAM. Which is way different than what I played in
Yeah,
3s
yeah.
and 5s. You know?
Yeah. Well, you gotta play to whatever the game is,
Yeah.
you know?
Catch me on a 5, I'm playing ADC. I can play pretty much anything. But usually ADC. Been doing a little bit of mid since I have gotten all this mage practice on ARAM. So I was like, I may as well try mid.
Yeah,
And doing pretty well.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always weird, man, because like you think you've got like someone pegged as like a class or something like that. Like, oh, this dude, like, he always plays this, he always plays that. But it's always funny to see that like people have like 2 things that they really like to do, but they're usually like kind of like the opposites.
Yeah.
I've noticed that in like D&D where when people create characters, they'll either make like one of 2 types of characters. They'll either make a character that's like, this is me in like Dungeons and Dragons, right? Like, I'm gonna do the things that I would do. I'm gonna like, oh, I'd probably be this class, and maybe, you know, like I'm an elf or whatever. But like this kind of thing where like, hey, if I was a person in Dungeons and Dragons, this is the type of person I would be or I'd want to be. And then you've got the other side where like they make it's like a deeper thing of who I want to be. It's like the ultimate thing I want to be, and it's usually like the complete opposite of them.
Really?
Yeah. So they'll make these, the like little tiny like skinny timid kid will just make like the huge brash barbarian or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like you know, I've seen like just really, I don't want to call them dumb, but like
unintelligent.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really mean way to say it, but yeah. It's
extremely unintelligent people.
It's dudes that like, they're very good at. Man, I'm not sure how I can save this without insulting people. Oh man, they're just,
they're good at making outfits for their characters.
No, they're
not even
like blue collar people. Oh man, this is really bad. They're just like, they really emphasize like the strength of their bodies and their experience and their knowledge and stuff like that. They'll go out of their way to make either extremely charismatic or extremely like intelligence-based characters, to the point where like my character has studied for just decades to be able to learn this knowledge, where like they themselves have like, you know, maybe not even graduated high school kind of thing. They're not stupid. I don't want to say it.
That's
like
mostly
that.
it. You said in D&D.
Yeah, because once you tell somebody that they can create anything that they want, right? You can be any character you want, any race, any class. If they've never experienced anything like that,
That's what they want.
yeah, they either go to like the exact opposite of themselves or they make themselves. And sometimes they'll flip-flop, you know, this session of this, and it's like, actually I'd really like to try that, and they like change their class or whatever, which I've done for people because I really don't care in the first couple sessions. But I think the whole idea of like you can be
deep down, I just want to be a night elf wizard.
Like if you feel weak, you want to play a character that's strong, right? You want to pretend to be strong. If you feel unintelligent, you want to play a character that's intelligent. If you feel uncharismatic, you probably want to play a charismatic person. You know, to just get that sort of like, almost like escapism from reality.
Yeah.
You know, you play GTA maybe to like burn off some stress because you can't go out and just beat people in the street. Maybe you're just like, yeah, I want to do that.
Oh man.
Just go like beat a pimp to death with a baseball bat. When like I want to do that in real life, but I can't.
So
like...
let me throw that question back to you now.
Okay, sure.
What character do you typically roll with?
I would say if I typically pick the character that I feel most comfortable with,
and that's a monk.
It's usually it's usually a character that has like a pretty good access to stealth in some way. Because for the most part, I consider myself like really timid, and even like kind of like, you know, fight or flight kicks in, I usually flight. Like, I'm getting out of here. There's a dragon? No thank you, I'm not playing the dragon. You know, cowardly probably in some instances. So like a character that has access to stealth, or an extremely like long range character like an archer, I feel very, very comfortable doing that. And then the opposite, like my opposite, is either probably just an in your face, like constant like pressure fighter, just like really brave and really aggressive and just kind of like rah 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 meathead kind of thing.
So what class and race?
You
boot up a game.
I boot up a game.
There's a ton of classes and races to choose from.
Mm-hmm.
What are you rolling with?
If I'm playing by myself, it's probably going to be a rogue, right? Or whatever archer, hunter class is kind of like that.
For the safety.
For the safety, yeah. Again, like, in most circumstances, going into a fresh game, I'm a coward. So, like, I play stealthy, ranged fighters. Once I get a little bit more comfortable, I'll play classes like, not exactly barbarians, but like very fast melee builds. So like monks, like
the hand-to-hand combat type of thing.
Yeah. Even like dual wielding barbarians or fighters can be like very quick. On Torchlight, there's a berserker class, and I made him into a blood tank, like how Warwick works.
Yeah.
Where you just attack like a billion times and just kind of like suck some health off of them.
Yeah.
And heal yourself. Then I would just jump in the middle of a camp and just like stand there and just fight like 30 guys. Like no tactics, no thinking, no nothing. But when I'm starting off a game, I am typically very sort of like hit and run. Like just like go in there, kill one guy. Everyone gets mad and I run away. And then I like come back and I'll kill one more guy and then I'll run away. Like very, very skittish. And yeah. So I think in race, I'm pretty boring. Usually I just pick humans as like a start. because like race really doesn't matter to me. I'll play whatever, but
Not me. I'm
usually,
going Night Elf.
yeah, usually I don't care and I'll just pick human.
Heck yeah.
It matters like very little. But yeah, I've been trying to like keep track of that, because I mostly play with like friends, and I'll play with like strangers every now and again, but just kind of keeping track of like who they're playing and like how they play, and then as soon as the game's over, like how do they act,
Yeah.
kind of deal.
I hear you.
But yeah, and I don't consider myself intelligent at all, and I don't even think I could play an intelligent creature or character, because it would just be me like asking the DM like, hey, what do I know about this? Like, does my character know how comets work?
You know nothing.
Yeah, exactly. It's easier for me to just play the dumb character because it's easy for my brain to like relate to that.
Who's your troll of the week?
Man, no one has directly trolled me, but I will tell you, in Pokemon Revolution, you stay in that chat room long enough, someone's gonna flash some like event Pikachu with like an alternate skin or something like that and some really good stats, and all of a sudden all of these dudes are gonna come out of the woodwork and be like, hey, check out this Pokemon. Hey, check out this Pokemon. Yo, my dude's got perfect IVs. And like all this stuff, and it's just like all these dudes just measuring. And it's just like that, the whole chat is just like, it's like a normal chat.
You really gotta learn how to just ignore it.
Oh my goodness,
I've definitely learned over the years, like certain chats you just gotta ignore.
It's just the normal like all chat, and for the most part it's like really helpful stuff. People are asking questions like, hey, where can I find this Pokemon? Where do I get this TM? Like, is this Pokemon even good? Like, tell me. And everyone's like really helpful. The community's super helpful. But as soon as it turns into that like dick measuring, that's all the chat becomes. And it's just like constant. God. Every dude is just showing off the cool fancy Pokemon they got, just trying to flex on each other. And it's just like, oh, this isn't helpful. It's just making me feel like I have.
And like less than 1% of the people reading the chat probably care.
Yeah. It's the dudes posting their Pokemon that care. Everyone else is just like, all right, and they like switch to like the trade channel or something.
Hey, switch over to trade real quick.
Yeah.
Give it about a half hour. These boys should calm down.
Yeah, they'll run out of Pokemon to link. But no, I've seen some cool, like apparently there's just like event Pokemon that you catch and they have different skins. Like everything's the same, like stat wise, as far as like random generation.
Mm-hmm. But
they just straight up have different skins, like Valentine's Day skins and Halloween Day skins. And yeah, there's just nothing different about it other than how they look.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's super cool because it's like, hey, you participate in the event. You can get a Pikachu in a maid costume. It's like, all right, I don't know why I'd want that.
Sweet, I'm down.
Yeah, it's not any stronger than any other Pikachu, but it's just a weird flex. Oh, my throat's so dry.
So they're the trolls.
Yes. The flexers in the chat. Yeah. How about you, man? You got any trolls this week?
Not really, but I will say, if I do have to pick one, it is Dario636.
Who's this man?
He played Garen the other day on an ARAM and just decided to feed, just decided to throw the game, the whole run down the lane and into the turrets and just die over and over.
Did he say anything?
Yeah.
Like, was he like, screw you guys? Like,
yeah, something happened. Like I said, I've learned to just ignore, especially League, dude. I used to Like,
Oh yeah,
I used to rage and argue and get banned.
yeah. You got banned a lot because you just like you wouldn't back down.
No, I would say whatever I had to say
Yeah,
to tilt the enemy.
You would get like unbanned, and then like within that same week get banned again for like 3 days or whatever, because like some dude would just mess up, and you'd be like, "Yo, learn to jungle."
What are you doing, dude? I saw that, bro.
And you like you you were so like relentless too. Like as soon as you were like, "This dude is trash," like every chance you got, you'd just be like, "Hey, you still trash? You trash, bro?" Like
Yeah. So if you're out there listening, Garen, you're my troll of the week.
Yeah. You've definitely mellowed out since like those days.
Yeah, I don't even. It doesn't bother me one bit now.
You don't even care about them.
No.
But like, yeah, back then you were like, "Dude, send me your address."
No, I don't know if I went that far. No, I would just really just say something to get under their skin. You know, there's a reason some people call me troll.
Yeah. There's a reason you got that nickname. 100%.
I used to troll. I'm a retired.
Old gray troll.
Yeah. The old wizard.
You're like a troll who's just like, "Man, I'm getting on in years. I need to start learning a vocation." You're just like, "I'm just gonna become a wizard." Start going to wizard school and stuff.
Dude, this whole time I've been wanting to be some sort of elf, and the whole time I was just a troll.
Just a troll in disguise.
You got a bard of the week?
Bard of the week.
Anybody hook you up or help you out? Buy you a taco?
Jeez, man, I don't know. I haven't really hung out with people that much all week. I got a lot of like home projects I've been working on, so like I just haven't been doing too much.
Dang, nobody hooked you up this week.
I mean, everyone's been like nice to me, but like there's nothing really that stands out. I mean, my obviously my wife and my kids have been like nice. Like no one's been mean to me.
The family bards.
Yeah. They've all been good. My family are always bards. They're sometimes trolls, but they're always bards.
That's cool though.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I probably I don't know if I can shout out to a game, but
Sure.
Timberborn. Honestly, I've watched dozens of hours of that. Just like in the background, just like playing, and it's just kind of kept me, on point, just kind of focused, giving me a lot of content to watch because it's like 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And
do you know who made it?
That's a very good question. I don't know who made it.
Whoever made it, you guys are the bards.
Yeah, honestly, I've been just really engrossed in the content lately. Because I know I'm late to the game on this, but when it's new to me, I'm like, "Oh wow, this crazy new thing that's been doing all this stuff." Who made you? Mechanistry? Is that it? Came out in 2021.
Them beavers.
Epic Games.
Oh, is it Epic?
Yeah. Alright, cool. Epic Games.
You know what? They made Jazz Jackrabbit back in the 90s.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
snap.
They made Gears. I know they get a lot of hate for Fortnite, but
Fortnite's a super successful game.
yeah, what are you gonna do when you got $1 billion idea?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Just like, "Oh, sorry. Like, you don't like our game. I guess we'll just take our money somewhere else." It's our dump trucks full of money.
That's crazy though, isn't it? That Epic Games made Jazz Jackrabbit.
Yeah.
They've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, I watched a video on, because I was constantly looking up Spyro stuff for like 2 weeks straight, maybe 3 weeks straight. The people that made Spyro, Insomniac, they made one other game before it, and it was like a Doom clone. It is like okay. They made Spyro, and that was like their biggest, like their big accomplishment. Like that's what turned them into a video making company.
Insomniac.
Yeah, it was just like 3 dudes in like an office.
And didn't they do? I think they did the Tony Hawk's eventually.
Yeah, they did the Tony Hawk's. But yeah, they're just
That's awesome.
Yeah, they got inspiration from, I believe, Super Mario 64? Is that what it was? That might have been it. They got inspiration to make Spyro an open world because people just enjoyed running around and like having fun in Mario.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, PlayStation didn't have any games like that.
No, they were all like, you got to go down this hallway and you got to go in that door.
It was like one of the first games, if not the first game, I can't remember, on PlayStation that was like open world exploration. Was Spyro 1.
Nice.
Yeah. And it was just a super cool game, and it made a lot of big changes, and it put that company on the map. And
dude, it's crazy when Fortnite started to get big that Epic Games just completely shut down one of their games so that they could continue focusing on Fortnite.
I mean, when you strike gold, yeah, close the rest of the mine, dude. You got gold over here.
Yeah. And, I mean, they refunded everyone. This game was Paragon. You remember that game? You ever hear about it? Third-person MOBA. Yeah, but, I mean, everyone got refunded, that submitted it.
That's good, at least.
Or maybe it just happened automatically, because they just shut the game down. They're we got something else to work on.
Yeah, I don't hate them for it. I mean...
No, but...
I understand why they would get some flack about it.
I had a friend who was like playing it every day and streaming it.
Paragon?
Yeah.
It just like...
yeah. It was kind of... That's the only reason why I even know about it, He got me to play a little bit, but I would mostly just watch him play.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, hey, servers are shutting down. We get our money back, though.
They're like, hey, you want to play Fortnite? And he's like, no, I don't want to play Fortnite. I want to play Paragon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
It was actually... It got revived. And it was a decent game. Yeah. It's like... I mean, I understand that MOBAs constantly have to be updated, but...
Yeah, and balanced and everything.
But yeah, I think another company bought it.
That's good.
Because I'm pretty sure it's going to get revived, or it already did.
Yeah, because it was like a finished game at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it would be kind of
I don't think MOBAs are ever finished, but...
Yeah, sure. There's always more. Every time they add a new character, everything needs to be balanced.
Yeah.
Rebalanced. Man. Yeah, man. You want to give any shout outs to anybody? Any YouTube channels or social media accounts or anything? Anybody. We already kind of did the Bard and dudes that hooked you up, but as far as like let's say other channels or other people or
definitely like the retro channels. There's one called, I think it's called Retro Corpse.
Mm-hmm.
I never really can remember the exact name, but this dude, he's just a cool dude, does a ton of reviews on retro handhelds. His account's pretty big, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's pretty big. He goes very deep into what these consoles can do, and yeah, I watch his stuff all the time. Shout out to Poker at the Lodge.
Poker at the Lodge.
Yeah, that's what we were watching yesterday. They were at the Lodge in Texas.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
I think Austin, Texas.
Okay.
And that poker room is run by a poker player. He decided to buy a room and set up like a streaming thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, shout out to Poker at the Lodge.
Poker at the Lodge. Yeah, I've got a couple shout outs. Do the same kind of thing. Real Civil Engineer is one channel, and it's a dude who's a real civil engineer. He plays building games. And he's the one I started watching, Timberborn, but he plays all kinds of every like city building or like any kind of building game. So if you're ever interested in just like it's like super relaxing because you're just watching stuff kind of build itself and like grow and blah blah blah. It's not like super intense gameplay, but him and I'm Kibitz is another guy I just started watching, and they're both playing Timberborners, and that's what I'm watching, Timberborn. And yeah, shout out to them. If you're looking for a couple of channels that are like city building kind of channels, if you're into that, I'm into that. Real Civil Engineer and I'm Kibitz. Go check them out. They're on YouTube.
Yeah. But I do have a couple bards.
Do you have a lot of bars?
Yeah.
Shout them out, man.
Yeah. Definitely Josh. Like I said, he was my troll a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
but he's since climbed his way to the top.
Redemption.
He's definitely my bard for hooking me up with a DS Lite and a Pokemon game. And it's just because we were talking about game soundtracks and stories, and I'm going in on Final Fantasy VII. He's telling me about this Pokey. And, dude, like the next week, he just shows up with it in a Walmart bag, and he's like, here. I was like, what is this? He goes, it's my DS Lite and Pokemon. I was like, oh, I'll buy this from you. He's like, you can just have it.
That's crazy.
I'm like, no, dude. Like, no. Yeah. I gave him some money. We came to an agreement.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just tried to give it to me for free. And yeah, that's what's up, man. Thank you. He's definitely, if he's out there listening, he's the bard this week. I let him know he was a troll the other day. So he might be listening.
Yeah.
And also, an older gentleman named Mike for just straight up gifted me an iPod. It's actually like 20 years old, but it's pretty sweet. It's like 20 gigabyte iPod. It's one of like, it's a little bit thicker. I never had the thick ones that like scrolled around and everything. And he just always had it behind him at work, and I thought that's how he was playing his music, and started talking to him about it.
Yeah.
And he's like, no one's really using it. I can give it to you. I'm like, oh yeah, just see what it's worth on eBay, you know. And then later on in the night, he just came over. He's like, take it, do something nice for someone else. Don't give me anything. I'm like, oh heck yeah. So Mike is definitely also a bard.
Yeah, that's happened a lot, man. We're just talking to people.
Yeah, you mentioned that last week.
Yeah, because I mean, all this recording stuff, the mics, the stands. I mean, we've got lights, we've got cameras. We're planning to use now that like our setups have been upgraded a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That was all just we were talking about starting a YouTube channel originally, and then we kind of got more towards podcasting, but just talking to people, and they're like, hey, I started a YouTube channel like a while ago and it never took off. Like, I have all the stuff, you can just have it. Or, you know, me and my friends wanted to start one during the pandemic and we just never did it. So shout out to a different Josh but Josh for, you know, the mics, the mic stands, and shout out to my other cousin Jesse for the cameras.
Yes,
and
shout out to the boys.
the lights. And we got all kinds of stuff, and it took us forever to figure it out.
Yeah, Jesse helped us out a little bit earlier when it came to testing, gaming, and just hooking us up with cards too.
Oh yeah, helping us like tune our decks too, and just constantly like battling with us, driving all the way up here to do it too.
Yeah,
like 30-40 minutes just to sling some spells.
Yeah, we're doing that once a week.
Yeah, but yeah, thank you, both you guys, because you definitely helped us get here much sooner than we were even planning to.
Yeah.
Like, we were still talking about the idea of doing a YouTube, and then people were just like, hey, take all this equipment. And we're like, oh, we
out of nowhere.
Yeah,
we're like, yo, we got to go get some stuff.
Yeah, we got to pick it up like
Let's
today.
go.
Oh, man. But yeah, you just...
The importance of just random conversations. And like, I saw the iPod like for months. I'd always see it, never said anything about it or thought about it. And then one day I just decided to mention it. And he just plopped it right on my table.
Man, that's what just talking to people, especially about interests and like even like things you want to accomplish, you know, goals and stuff like that. Just, hey, I'm really into this. Just going out on a limb and like exposing yourself a little bit, as far as like, hey, like I'm taking a leap of faith, like telling you this stuff, like hopefully it doesn't bite me in the butt. And it's weird how often it just kind of works out in a weird way.
Yeah, I wanted a light so bad I like kept looking on eBay, like, and trying to scout it out as well as the game.
Yeah.
I wanted both. And that would have cost me, probably would have cost me around $130 for both. So I got it for $60.
Yeah, bam. Just because you talked to the right dude.
Yeah, and it's been fun. It's like I've never played a Pokemon like this, but when I'm all snuggled up in my bed, dude, I'm throwing down. I'm on the PC though.
Pokemon Revolution Online.
PRO, let's go.
Yeah, get it. We'll battle. I think we can
trade.
We'll
yeah,
trade.
you can you can duel.
You can duel. Yeah, you need the 4th badge, I think, before you can trade. So you got to put a little time in. But if you want to play with us, add us on there. You get stuck, we'll help you through the quests. We're working through them right now too. So we're
grinding this together, and it's worth it, dude. It feels like an MMO to me.
Yeah. There's people everywhere. You're constantly seeing people, and the chat is just pumping all the time, 24/7. And I'm seeing people different languages too.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I saw a lot of Spanish, I believe. It's all typed out in English, so like. Or English letter, the English alphabet. So I don't see Russian letters.
But you can tell it's something different.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Spanish. But again, like there's people all over the world playing it. And I don't know. Maybe we just have like our servers are just over here, North America, South America kind of deal.
So soon we will have a team of about 4.
About 4.
Somewhat.
Oh, so what with my kids?
Yeah. I mean, are they joining the guild?
Yeah.
Get them in there.
As long as they're into it. I mean, my oldest, I feel like he would be better at it because he's a lot more patient. But Joe is definitely like,
Joe's like, I need to be on the Switch or something.
Yeah. He loves Minecraft.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how into them they're going to be, but I've got it on
I could see John getting into it.
Yeah, he wants to play all the same games I'm playing, but like it's hard to like sit down and like walk him through it.
Yeah, when you're trying to play.
Yeah. It's just hard teaching kids in general.
Yeah.
Like for the most part, we either taught each other or we just like learned it on our own, whatever game it was.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I've never had to like really teach somebody.
Dude, I got Ava chopping trees for me every day. She's chopping magic trees. It's simple. She knows how to bank them.
I thought about getting John on there, just having him just battle some random Pokemon, dude. Like just catch weird Pokemon you see. I don't care. Fill up my bank slots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She changed my character.
Like the hair and stuff?
Everything. It's a girl now. All purple.
I'm putting in the time, Uncle Troll. It's my character now.
And she's got the gargoyle pet just following her. Like, it just looks so epic because it flies.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Chopping them magic trees on old school RuneScape.
Oh. But, yeah, you have any questions for the viewers before we sign off? Like, hey, we're going to be adding gameplay footage to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, what game do you want to see?
Yeah, what types of games do you want to see?
What kind of games you boys want to see?
We don't have all the games, but we've got some games, and if you want to see nice, relaxing
what game
gameplay,
do you want to see me battle the Bard in?
Oh,
And we're gonna do like a WWE like intro to, we'll call out the Troll Bird. I'm coming out like the Undertaker or something.
Play your music and like we'll get some fog machines.
Get the bird hawk noise.
Just coming down the walkway.
What do you want to see us battling, or just even play together? We could play co-op games.
Co-op, we can play versus. We could, and even if you just want just put some weird games that we've never heard of in the background.
Yes, and if you could hit that like button if there is one,
and subscribe if you're already not. Share with your friends, your family, show your grandma. Check us out.
Yes, follow us on Twitter, Trollbard Tavern.
Yep. Instagram, same thing. We have a Facebook. That's another thing. And we're on Spotify, which is probably where you're listening to us now, if not on YouTube. And yeah, we're at the point where we're gonna start this upswing of content. So
happy gaming.
Be ready. We'll see you next time.